Raffi, perkembangan kecerdasan buatan atau AI di Indonesia melaju sangat cepat. Teknologi ini membawa peluang yang besar bagi ekonomi digital dan industri kreatif, namun juga diiringi oleh sejumlah tantangan. Lalu seperti apa Google melihat perkembangan AI di Indonesia? Kita akan tanyakan langsung pada Vice President of Government Affairs and Public Policy, Center of Excellence at Google, Markham Erickson. Hello, Markham Erickson.
Hello.
How do you feel today?
I feel great. It's exciting to be here in Jakarta because, among other things, I'm here because Indonesia has become a global leader in AI.
I'm so grateful to meet you in person like this. So, if you're talking about AI, Indonesia is currently seeing rapid AI adoption across many sectors. From Google perspective, how do you see Indonesia's position in the global AI ecosystem?
Well, there's no doubt Indonesia has become a global leader in AI. We've seen an incredible amount of innovation, creativity, and job creation, but the best is still yet to come. Today, we released two reports. One report was about the vibrant YouTube economy. So using cutting-edge AI tools today, YouTube creators in just 1 year, in 2025, created over 8.1 trillion rupiah of added economic activity in the Indonesian economy. Those YouTube creators support 180,000 jobs within the country. And maybe what's most exciting to me is that 81% of those videos created in Indonesia are being exported to a global worldwide audience. So it's not just a story about the economic benefits that AI is creating, but it's also about how YouTube creators are able to export Indonesian arts and culture to a worldwide audience. So that's today. But we're still at the very early days of what's exciting and yet to come. So Indonesia's small and medium-sized businesses are the lifeblood of the Indonesian economy. But today, only 14.5% of Indonesian small and medium-sized businesses are utilizing AI. As they begin to utilize AI fully, this will present an economic opportunity of another 910 trillion rupiah, which represents almost 4% of added GDP to the Indonesian economy, and will create 500,000 new jobs that don't exist today. So exciting times, and yet still very early days.
Okay, so we're doing good right now?
We're doing very well, but we still have a long runway of new economic activity, job creation, and innovation ahead of us.
Okay, as you said before, that public first AI opportunity reports say that AI could contribute around 9,010 trillion rupiah to Indonesia economy. What needs to happen for Indonesia to fully realize that potential?
Well, there's a couple of things that need to happen. But first of all, things are happening, which is great, and that trend we expect will continue. But history is full of examples of new and exciting technologies that took longer than expected to fully diffuse into the economy. And so what's required is some intentionality of purpose, but all of the ingredients are here with a little intentionality to accelerate that potential. So as I mentioned before, only 14.5% of small and medium-sized businesses today are utilizing AI, but 2/3 of Indonesians regularly use AI in their daily lives today. So it's an incredibly technology-savvy population. And so as those small and medium-sized businesses begin to use AI, that will supercharge the economy. The other thing that needs to happen is there needs to be some intentionality around skilling workers to embrace the AI moment. Google has a number of programs that we do. We can partner with third parties and the government to encourage more skilling programs, and that will give workers the ability to fully embrace the benefits of AI in their jobs, but also find new AI jobs or even create new AI jobs. And then the last thing I'll probably say is that this all needs to be done safely and responsibly. So at Google, we talk about being bold in our innovation, but being responsible in our execution. And it means doing things like building safety by design into the AI tools at the beginning of the design process, not as an afterthought at the end of the design process. Because to realize all of these benefits, the foundation needs to be trust. Trust that when people come to Google AI products and services, they are going to have a safe and secure experience. And we're very proud that we think we're the leader in that space, and we'll need to continue to earn that trust every single day.
Yeah, we hope so. So while AI create many opportunities, but also many people concerned that AI could replace human job. How does Google respond to this concern?
So we think that if one just looks at historical examples, every time there is a new innovation, that typically leads to the creation of more jobs than the disruption of jobs. And in fact, 60% of the job categories that exist today did not exist 80 years ago. And if we think about all of the innovation that's happened over the last 80 years, that innovation fuels the creation of new jobs. But to be clear, we also have to invest in that job skilling that I mentioned, so that as AI is able to replace tasks that people do, those humans that are in jobs where AI is replacing tasks can elevate to do new things with AI, or do things that only humans can and should do, or they can use their AI skills to find other jobs in the economy or create new jobs. So we think both AI will create, at the end of the day, more jobs, but also we need to be intentional about ensuring we're skilling workers to embrace the new AI technologies.
Okay, great. And Google often talks about responsible AI. What does responsible AI actually means in practice for users in Indonesia?
So responsible AI means at the end of the day that we have to ensure that there is trust with our AI products and services and trust in the ecosystem. So as I mentioned earlier, the first thing we need to do is ensure that when we design our products and services, we're designing things like privacy into the products and services, safety by design to ensure people have safe and secure experiences with AI products and services. But it also means we have to do things like ensure that there is transparency when someone is using an AI tool or they're creating an image using AI, that people understand that that image was created by AI and is not organic. It doesn't mean that that image, there's anything wrong about that image, but we don't want anyone to be misled about AI.
I think this one is so important because this is what actually happens today. Of course, AI gives us a lot of benefits, making our life easier, but also AI making people easier to create deepfakes or something like spread misinformation. We know how AI can replicate people's face super detailed, from the expression, the body movement, the gesture, even the voice. So the question is, what step is Google taking to protect users and creators for this?
So it's a very important point. It's why at Google, any image that is created with an AI tool is transparent about the fact that that image was generated using AI and not organic. And so we have tools like Tell Me About This Video. We embed watermarking into AI images, AI voice, AI content, and we share those tools with other actors in the ecosystem so that there can be interoperability among other technology companies. So that's what we can do in the design of our products and services. But we also do things like reach out to educate civil society organizations, journalistic organizations, in election campaigns, meeting with election officials, so that we can build some resiliency in the ecosystem and people understand what to look out for, as well as to understand how to use AI in a responsible and trusted way. In Indonesia, I was very proud to see that we reached out to 500,000 elderly and young people, who of course are the most vulnerable in our population, to begin to engage in those educational efforts and build that resiliency in the population. But I would say that work is never done. There needs to continue to be at Google innovation around ensuring that there's trust and safeguards built into the products and services. And at the same time, we need to continue to educate and reach out to important stakeholders and society to educate them on how to be responsible in their use of AI and how to look out for things that may be attempting to deceive them or mislead them. Because of course we know there's the bad actors in the ecosystem, and we want to stay, one step ahead of those bad actors.
So yeah, educate people how to using AI responsible is so important.
It's incredibly important. There needs to be a continued learning curve for everyone in the ecosystem, and we have to do our part to help foment that education and that intelligence.
Okay, last question for you. If you could leave one message for Indonesians policymakers, businesses, and creators as they prepare for the AI era, what would it be?
The best is yet to come. We've seen a lot of amazing progress, but we're still in such early days, and the adoption is still so much ahead of us. And so these small and medium-sized businesses, which of course is so important to the Indonesian economy because that's where most people work for smaller, medium-sized businesses. As they begin to adopt AI, we're going to see a supercharging of economic activity and innovation. And so excited to see what's ahead of us. We also need to work with the government to ensure that the landscape is, the regulatory landscape is a balanced one that ensures the ability to continue to invest in the country, and that there are the ingredients for continued innovation, and where appropriate also to address areas where there needs to be regulations to protect the ecosystem as well. So it will be an ongoing effort, but very, very excited about where we are and what's in front of Indonesia.
We hope so. Okay, thank you so much, Markham, for your time and your insight to sharing with us. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.